Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Outward, shall we? Now I could just run down, but let's talk to Olile first.
I'm glad you survived the wreck.
And I'm sorry about your losses. I know how much you were counting on this expedition. That glowing sword is new, look at that. When did you get it?
Rufus commissioned it for me as a going-away present.
I was going to leave this morning to go join the holy mission of Alant before Mother could stop me.
But with the shipwreck, it wouldn't be right to leave so soon.
I have to stay with the tribe until the mourning period is over. You have no idea. I don't know how I'm going to gather money Riss is demanding of me.
I have faith in you. You'll pull through.
If you could survive such a lethal shipwreck, I'm certain you can make your next blood price payment.
Always strive to be better than today.
Alright. So, just a little background information about your friend, and then you can
How go your efforts?
talk to Rissa here and say who would be able to help.
Listen well.
So, Eto is the Khajiit trainer. He can teach you about combat. Burak, the gate warden, can teach you about surviving. And the shopkeepers can teach you about their expertise.
If you're looking for news, the inn is always a good place to try.
Uh-huh. And don't forget about Yazan down by the beach. So they're giving you some clues, and we're going to take advantage of all of these. What you want to do is talk to people who are noteworthy. Now, this guy can give you directions around town, but I'm just going to go this way. And just keep your eyes peeled the entire time for the sparklies. Now, here is the first shopkeeper right here. And Duran, let's talk to him.
Is there something you need?
Business is slow for me whenever that Sorabian caravan comes in. Let me know if I have anything that catches your eye. So, if you talk to him with this bottom option, can you teach me about crafting and managing my inventory? You can, get information about survival crafting.
Whenever you need to, you can craft a great variety of items to aid in your survival.
So he kind of gives you the information that wood and a cloth can make you a torch.
Not only that, you can also disassemble many items.
So, this is like what we were talking about in the previous episode. Disassembling is essential. We can make tents and sleeping bags and things.
Using what your environment provides you is the key to survival.
Either through experimentation or learning crafting recipes, it's the difference between a lost wanderer and an expert explorer. So this is incredibly helpful, and go ahead and talk to him too.
Can you help with this?
And he gives you a quest, and he says, are you planning to pass by Berg sometime soon? I have this ledger I need delivered to the Pleal's general store. You'll be paid, of course, on delivery. And we say yes.
Excellent.
So in the bottom left, you see that this has been added to the journal, and we have a new quest. So this is great that we get a quest, but this isn't something we're going to do anytime soon, because we have to travel pretty far to get there. Need something else? I want to buy something. So this opens up the shop screen. Your inventory and your money is on the left, and then on the right is how much money the shopkeeper has, their inventory. And in between it is kind of like if you want to sell something or you're trading, how much you'll get in return as a profit. Now, as for what we could buy here, there's a lot of good stuff, but let me just give you some tips as a beginner. Number one, I wouldn't buy any equipment or any recipes just yet, because you're going to find a bunch of these, and let's just see what we can scare up before we actually purchase anything. Alright, and then you can come over here and talk to the alchemist. You can see there's like a little potion sign. And Helmy.
Hey there.
And you could talk to her.
Here's the plan.
And she says she's running low on crystal powder to brew advanced potions. If you've got an alchemy set of your own, you can make some for me, would you? And I say, sure.
Hey, listen.
And so we need 4 mana stones, and we need an alchemy kit. Now, we don't have an alchemy kit yet, and she has one actually on the table behind her. We can buy this from her, but it's quite expensive. But there is a place, I believe, unless it's random, but I found mine in the wild in a kind of a ruined caravan and got it for free. Need anything else? Sure. Let's go ahead and say, can you teach me about magic? And she says she could wax poetic about it all day. What's got your curiosity? What is mana and how do you control it?
Mana is energy that flows through everything.
Plants, animals, people, even rocks. Mages are those who've learned how to capture that energy and unleash it in the form of magic spells.
Magic is something that requires patience to master.
By combining spells in the right sequence, you will achieve better results than using a spell on its own, so here's a clue. And the game does this a lot. It gives you these kind of like oblique clues that you kind of have to piece together. Need something else? And you say, can you teach me about magic? And then say, where can I learn magic?
To unlock the power of mana, you must travel to a ley line, a place where Aurai's life flows strong.
The nearest one is under the Conflux Mountain. You know it, right? The large purple mountain in the Chersonesi.
The Holy Mission and the Kingdom of Levant have their own paths into the Conflux Mountain as well.
And each one will test you differently. They'll all lead to the main chamber. So you can either go through the Kingdom of Levant's path or the Holy Mission's path. And if we go to the mountain, you can see the two doorways, and you could choose which one you want to do. But they go to the main chamber where you can learn, you can access a ley line. So that gave us a quest, actually. And you could look at what she sells. She sells you a book that lets you cast spells. And I made the mistake of buying this, but you don't have any spells. So you can buy this all you want, but you won't be able to use magic until you get a spell. So save your money. She also sells you potions and recipes for potions. Also, she sells you bandages. One of the only things that's really great to buy from the vendors right in the beginning are the raw materials. Like Duran will sell you linen cloth, for example, that you can use to craft yourself. But again, let's just not buy anything. Now, I do want to push select and show you that if I push left and go over to the journal, which is the far right categorical tab, and looks like a book, you can see that we have our main quest. It's day 2, and we have 3 days left, basically, to pay this. So, yikes. But I didn't see this at first. These are the main quests, but if you push right trigger, you go down another tab to the minor quests. And this is where we got the quest from the shopkeepers that we've talked to so far, and you can get information on those. So let's talk to Loudhammer.
What can I do for you?
Now, this guy can repair your stuff. You can buy equipment from him, and you can also say, craft me something.
Here's what I need.
And he will give you a mini quest or a side quest, which is like, hey, bring me this sand and some money, and I can make you equipment.
What was that?
And I don't have the stuff. And you could say, what could you tell me about handling equipment? Quite a lot. Tell me what you want to know. What's more effective, one-handed weapons or two-handed?
It depends. If you favor power or utility.
So weapons that need two hands are stronger, but one-handed weapons allow you to carry trinkets like shields or lanterns. And you can ask him more, and you could say, why are shields useful?
Shields reduce the stamina cost of blocking incoming attacks.
And they can also block arrows, but not explosions. How can I use a bow?
The simplest way to ensure damage at range is a good bow and some arrows.
Keep a good supply of arrows equipped and craft more if you run low.
To shoot an arrow, you need to load and fire your bow. You can either lock your focus to a target or aim manually.
So the bow does allow you to zoom in, which is nice, for seeing things far away. And finally, how do I maintain my durability?
Your equipment will be worn down, time use.
You could still use a broken piece of equipment if you need to, but it'll be far less effective than if it was well maintained.
To repair your gear, dedicate time to it when you set up camp.
It'll only repair what's equipped, so it'll take several rest periods to repair other weapons or armor you keep for special situations. Alright. So that means you have to swap out what you have equipped before you rest to repair that. And I'm not going to ask about anything. You can't look at his shop, though.
All right.
And so he's got some nice weapons, actually. And he has a really nice shield, the round shield, which is better than the shield we can craft. And he's got recipes. And he also has iron scraps, bullets, and some spikes if you want to set traps and things. So we're not going to buy anything, but he does give you some good information and gives us another quest. Now, what it's time to do is just run around the town. And I'm just going to be sprinting everywhere and just picking anything up. Look at this. Right here, there's a crafting recipe for a leather hat, leather attire, and leather boots. So just for free, Duran will sell you those, but you can just pick them up right there for free. You can get those 3 recipes. Now, usually, here's the Fishman Master Chef.
Can I help you?
Can you teach me about how to eat well while I'm in the wild? I've got you covered. I'm not sure how to find food.
On top of hunting, you can forage for fish or berries.
Pick berries from bushes or use a fishing harpoon at a fishing spot. Cook any raw meat and boil any water that isn't clean before eating. You don't want to get sick. He also has some more information here about what's a quick and easy way to cook.
Simple food can be cooked on a lit campfire.
Cook food rots slower, so this is the advantage of cooking food, and fills you up more. You can even boil river water to turn it into clean water that's free of disease. So if you fill your water skin with bad water, you can boil it to make it safe.
Can I help you?
I want to cook more advanced dishes.
If you deploy a cooking pot over a campfire, or if you have a home with a proper kitchen, you'll be able to cook recipes with more than one ingredient.
Okay, great. They'll be even more filling and often have special properties. A good meal before a fight will tilt the odds in your favor. Now let's just talk to him again and say, I'd like to talk. And he says,
lend me a hand?
I've always loved this, the ceviche your parents made. I've never been able to achieve it. Could you prepare it? I'll return the favor. And I say, yes. And we got the recipe for this already. So we just need a rainbow trout, seaweed, and some salt. And then if we make that, he'll give us a reward. And you can buy stuff from him. Like, so he sells rainbow trout, for example. And he sells lots of recipes. And he even sells a cooking pot for 20 silver. But for now, we have a kitchen in our home. And if I push select, I actually have... oh no, all the stuff I picked up, I don't... Let's see, what do I have still? We have the seaweed. We have no salt at the moment. And we need a rainbow trout. But that's no problem, actually. And here's the Eto.
Amber, my friend.
Ready to continue your training? I'd like to talk.
Curious.
Okay, so he says no. And then you say, can you teach me how to fight? What do you want me to teach you? What's the best way to prevent taking hits from enemies?
When the enemy bears down on you, a swift dodge will get you out of harm's way.
If your enemy's quick, you might want to drop your backpack.
Blocking will prevent the enemy's physical strikes from harming you, but every hit you block will drain your stamina.
So, against magical explosions, you'll need to dodge.
If you need to get into a better position or to flee, just sprint.
Take care not to run for too long, or you'll be too exhausted to fight. Can you teach me how to fight? How do I sneak around?
First, you'll have better chance of avoiding attention if you're in the dark.
So, don't hold a torch or have a lantern. Stay out of your enemy's vision and sneak past them or carefully approach them to attack.
You can use this stealthy approach to set up traps for your enemies, or to get the first strike.
Or to backstab them if you've learned the right dagger skill. Now, we don't have a weapon skill right now.
Traps themselves can be very powerful if you bait your enemies into them.
So first you need to trigger devices like a tripwire, then you can arm it with spikes. And let's see, how do I fight?
You should lock your focus on the target you wish to strike. You can combo light attacks one after another. If you use a heavy strike at different points in your attack combo, you'll have different results.
Attacks take stamina to perform. I'd like to train. So, you can learn Gong Strike, Infuse Fire, Infuse Frost, Elemental Discharge. So, these abilities right here that you want to train, or shield charge, for example. These cost a lot of money. You could see in the bottom right, 600 coins, and then they have a skill cost associated with them right here. So, for example, this one right here, increase your maximum health, stamina, and mana by 15 each. This is great, and I have a skill point. I have 3 skill points, actually, but I don't have the money. I don't have the money for any of this, except for these skills right here, like shield charge, steady aim, and fitness is insane, but I don't have quite the cash yet, but we're going to come back here and train in those, because those are good.
What can I do for you?
I continue to train every day so that I can fill Ito's boots and protect Cierzo. Maybe we should train together, huh? I'd like to talk.
I wonder.
I made a trip to visit the old hermit in the valley beyond the Ghost Pass. It's a dangerous journey, but his knowledge of magic is vast. To learn the spells of the Cabal of Winds, there is no better teacher. So here's a hint about a spell. Then let's say I want to train, and I could teach you a trick. I could teach you to use a one-handed axe to cripple and slow your enemies for 50 silver. So we say not now because we don't have the cash. But just keep note, those are the weapons trainers, and once we get some money, weapon skills are incredibly useful for just doing a ton of damage or providing a good effect in combat. And I'm just running around wildly. Most of the time you can't go into these buildings with a locked door on them, but it is worth exploring every possible section of the town to find items. I'm going to go down here, and I believe there's an item. Yes, over here there's a free shield. So there's a plank shield, so I pick it up and I automatically equip it. So on the pier over here, there is this. This is Roland.
Oh, what brings you here?
How's my brother doing? So this is Yazan's brother. Well, he's alive. That's more than most of the other people on our expedition.
Yeah, a shame about the shipwreck. Accidents like this happen all the time.
Not if the lighthouse is lit. Who was on duty? That's my family lighthouse. That would have helped us.
Not a clue. It wasn't me, though, that's for sure.
Shouldn't you be helping your brother salvage the wreck?
I don't think he wants my help. This is the worst day I've had in forever.
He always says that I'm stupid and clumsy. I'd probably just get in the way. Wow. So I wonder if he was actually on guard duty and didn't have the lighthouse lit and caused several people to die. It's possible. All right. And here's the fishmonger.
Greetings, friend.
And so you can buy fish or a fishing harpoon from this dude, or even seaweed, but do not buy the harpoon because we can find one. All right. And look right here. Open the junk pile. Look at this. There's a tattered hood. There's a tattered attire, but there's a cooking pot. So this is our free cooking pot. And the hood we're going to wear because we didn't have anything on our head. So beautiful. So now we have a free cooking pot and we have a hood. Tremendous. And let's just keep going. And look right here. Free machete. There is no theft that I've found in the game, so just take everything. Take that machete, and now we have a free melee weapon. So we can equip this, and, I mean, I guess we had a machete already, but we could sell a machete. Yay! And here's our buddy Yazan. Let's talk to him.
I wish I could greet you with a smile, but, well...
We both know that won't happen. What a disaster. How are you holding up?
Yesterday I was leading our most ambitious expedition in a decade. Now, all that's left is this wreck, and a tribe in mourning.
I'm not holding up much better than you are. What happened? How did our ship sink so close to home?
The lighthouse wasn't lit at the time we made impact with the rocks. I'm certain.
I remember thinking that we should have seen it by now, right before we hit the rock.
We lost everyone who was below the deck at the time of the accident.
Half the ship came apart before I was able to run aground. So we lost everything? All the coins, the spices, the armor, and the weapons?
Unfortunately, yes. What little we could salvage from the wreck has gone to the families of my drowned men.
My finances are reeling from the loss. I've barely enough to start over. Still, we have no right to complain. All we lost was some coin and 4 months of time on our failed journey. My sailors lost their lives. Of course, their families need all the help they can get right now.
Kind as ever. Your parents would be proud. The blood price on your head is disgusting. You weren't even born when that tragedy happened.
I know, man. I welcome the challenge. Besides, it's an excuse to get out there and find adventure. Yeah, let's be optimistic.
More like find an early grave and lose a leg.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. My prosthetic arm and leg are a testament to how stupid that sentiment is.
Suffering doesn't help anyone. I often wonder if we're alive because of our tribal laws or in spite of them.
I know.
I'm sorry I don't have better news. Best of luck with squaring things with Risa in the short term.
So you could say I want my bunny back, hand it back, or I'll beat it out of you. Or I guess I'm truly on my own.
Actually, I do have a small stash of goods I hid in case of disaster.
Ah. I hid it near the old shipwreck to the south. When you open it, remember that the moon commands the stars. You'll know what I mean.
Remember, you're not just a link in a chain. You're worth more than the blood in your veins.
Make your own path. All right, so he's given us a lot of help. Now just keep strolling along the beach. So you can learn this from the guard at the gate, or you can just come over here. There's a free water skin that you can take, and then you can hold Y to drink this, and then you can fill your water skin. I am going to put the water skin on the hotbar, but I'm going to tell you what. There's another way to do it. So you can go to your satchel, and you can push X, and you could say assign to quick slot, and then it just takes you to the quick slot menu, and you can just select where you want it. I'm just going to put it right there for now. Okay? So this is a free water satchel. So we got a free canteen, and let's just run around and see if there's anything else free for us here. It looks kind of like a shield, but not really. And I think down here, yes. This is a free fishing harpoon. So take this, and now we can fish. Once you have a fishing harpoon in your inventory, you can go like right here where there's bubbles and fish, and you just hold Y, and you automatically will get something out of this. So we got a salmon and 2 seaweed. So now we just actually need some salt, and we can make the ceviche for the quest. So that's amazing. But you can see the time is passing rapidly. Like if I go to the journal and I go back here, this is when I got the quest, day 2, 9:06. But like, it's getting dark. So we need to keep rolling. I'm going to fish at every spot that's available. So just run along. Yep. Anytime you see the bubbles, hold Y. Now you don't want to go out too far. I think the game won't let you go out too far, but it also might kill you if you go into the water too deep. So I wouldn't mess around with it, because if we get knocked out at this point, we don't lose it, everything. We'll wake up, but we'll lose time, and we don't want to lose time. We want to definitely complete this quest. Okay, great. All right, so I'm just going to kind of continue running through the town. And as we get over here, there is a free hatchet to take that's in that tree. Our bag is now overweight. So we have some choices. We can go to our bag. I'm going to go ahead and just... I'm going to drop a torch and drop another torch. Now, dropping torches actually lights the ground up. It's kind of nice if you want some light in a cave or something. I don't really care about it right now. I'm just going to drop it. I will tell you, we could go to the chest in our house and store extra items in there, and that's fine. I'm just demonstrating dropping and what torches can do. But also, as far as I've seen, items do not despawn very quickly, or maybe at all if you drop them in this game. So you can just leave stuff in it on the ground, and it should stick around for quite a while. Now, here's the inn, and you can see There is somebody eating some stew, but you can actually go into the inn. And in here, you could talk to the innkeeper.
What is it?
Come in, having the usual? What can I do for you? So you can get a room, but we don't need one because we have our house. You could talk, though.
The customers have been talking.
You'd better find that silver if you don't want to lose your home. Oh, she's mean. Oh, that reminds me. Helen Turble was around here. She says she was looking to hire someone for a job. Okay, great. It's also possible that some survivors of the wreck washed up on a beach further out. If you could save one, I'm sure they'd return to favor. And this is what we're going to do, is try to save somebody who's washed up on the beach. And we're actually, just for, the sake of expedience, going to do that right now. And by right now, I mean I'm going to go up here and just fully explore the inn, and then we'll do that. Nice lantern. And it's locked up tight. And it's locked up tight. Okay. Nothing for us to steal. Fine. If you lose your home, this is a place you can stay. And sleep without having to guard. Now, you know what? Let's do some stuff before we go save the beach person. Let's talk to Helen Turnbull. She's right here. So, right behind the inn is Helen Turnbull. By the way, if you push right on the directional pad, you open up the map. Let's talk about the map. We are at Helen Turnbull, and she is right down here. One of the most immediate things that you will notice about the map is that it does not mark your location. It's one of the really challenging things about this game. It does not show you where you are. So you have to kind of look at your surroundings to figure out where you are. Now, I know we're right here because this is Helen Turnbull. We were just at the inn, right? We've already visited Helmy. We've talked to Loudhammer, Doron. We talked to Chef Arago. We talked to the Khajiit trainers. We talked to Yazan's brother Roland. We got free water. This is the town hall where Rissa normally would be. And we're just going to go ahead and talk to Helen.
Greetings, friend.
So you can say I may have something for you if you find like a rare artifact, because she collects them, but we don't have anything. I'm going to say I'm here about work.
Lend me your ear.
What do you need? I'm looking for something I can do nearby.
As a matter of fact, I could use a brash explorer for something.
Tell me what, will you risk your life for some silver? If the pay is good, I'm going to do it.
Is what I need.
I'm looking for a particularly rare mushroom in the shape of a shield. I hear it grows in Blister Burrow, northeast of Cierzo.
You'll know it if you find it.
So the primary characteristics are its immense size and red color. Bring it to me and I'll pay 70 silver for it. And inside the cave are dangerous things like troglodytes and caves. And what kind of properties does the mushroom have? I'll tell you later. Are you interested or not? Yes.
Perfect. Make sure you have a good weapon, a lantern, and plenty of supplies.
It's a dangerous cave and you'll be putting your life on the line. Don't forget that trogs have poor eyesight but fantastic hearing.
Lend me your ear.
To get to Blister Burrow, head out of the main gate, then follow the road to the left. When you get to another fork in the road at a gate, turn left again. You'll know you're going the right way if you see crude statues made by the troglodytes. The entrance should be just ahead of you along the hillside. Okay.
I'll see you.
So she gave us a quest, but she also gave us 2 antidotes. I'm going to quickly go to crafting and just manually craft and break apart like this tattered attire, for example. And we can break up... you can sell this machete, or we could break it up for some iron. I'm not really interested in... if you want the cooking pot helmet, you could break this up and wear it on your head. I'm okay for now. Once I get an extra one, I'll do it. I'm going to sell stuff. I'm hungry, so let's just go ahead and eat. No problem. So we made these dry mushroom bars. I've also got this meat stew. It's starting to rot, so I'm just going to eat it. And now we're full. Okay. I'm going to equip a torch so we can see a little bit. It's dark. Oh, down here, look. And it's a free pitchfork. So we got a pitchfork for free as well, and this is something we can use as a two-handed weapon, or we can fight with it. I'm going to talk to Helmy, and I'm going to sell her stuff. Now, as far as I understand it, the merchants all give you the same price, so let's go over to our left and just start selling stuff. So this pitchfork is 6, this hatchet is 5, this machete is 5. I'm going to sell all of those items. We also need to use all of these recipes so we can learn them. And I'm not going to sell anything else for the time being. I'm going to get 16 silver to do this, and my bag is no longer too heavy. Let's go ahead and just go to your inventory and select the ceviche recipe. How about I speak correctly? The leather armor, and lighten our load a bit. Okay, looking good. And this is fine. I'm going to check my vitals. We're tired a little bit, but not bad. And we're not going to sleep right now because we don't want to waste any time. We'll wait until we're really tired. So you see straight ahead of us, there is a doorway into a cave, which is like the storage of the city. And this is where we're going to go next to explore, get a bunch of items, and find our way toward completing a quest that will help us immensely. Everyone, this is a good place to stop the second episode of our guide series. I hope you're still finding this to be useful and fun. Thank you so much for watching. I'll check you next time. Take care.